Hey, what's up, guys? It's Henry, and today I'd like to talk to you guys about the fight between Rory Macdonald and Jake Ellenberger. Now, after the fight, a lot of people, including Dana White, said that the fight was boring and horrible, and that Rory Macdonald didn't do shit, and blah 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 blah. Look, I disagree. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not delusional enough to say that the fight wasn't boring. I mean, of course it was boring. It wasn't exciting. There were no fireworks or anything like that. But that fight was not horrible, like at all. And Rory McDonald is definitely not the guy to blame for how the fight turned out. And here's why. Now, first of all, there's a boxing philosophy that I strongly believe in. And I believe that this philosophy works for any martial arts out there. And that philosophy is, you gotta box a fighter and you have to fight a boxer. In other words, when you have two guys in there, one of them is technical and the other one is, usually an aggressive fighter, usually a fighter who has a lot of power, they both have to play their game to the full. The technical guy has to be as technical as possible, and the aggressive guy has to be as aggressive as he possibly can. Because the technical guy is trying to get you to fight a technical fight that he knows that you cannot win. And that's exactly what happened in this fight. Rory McDonald is the technical fighter, and Jake Ellenberger is the aggressive fighter. So why should Rory stand in the middle of the octagon and fight a fighter? Why do you guys want the technical fighters to abandon their technical abilities and adopt an aggressive style? Jake Ellenberger has the speed, the power, skills, and conditioning to make this fight a dogfight if he had wanted. Rather, he didn't. He chose to stay on the outside and play the technical game with Rory McDonald. So what does Rory do? He does what every technical guy does. He shut him down. He kept him on the outside and drowned him with extremely beautiful jabs. I'm talking the kind of jabs you see guys like Mayweather throw. Really high level stuff in there, and Jake should have realized very early that he was not gonna win a technical fight. No way. The only way that he would have won that fight was if he was as aggressive as he should have been. And I know this because close to the end of the third round, it was like something snapped, and suddenly he got aggressive. He shot for a takedown and took Rory down, and he was on top landing shots for the remainder of the round. So why didn't he do that in round 1 and round 2? You know what I'm saying? So I mean, this fight wasn't boring because of McDonald, because trust me, he did his job. And his job is, first of all, you gotta hit your opponent without getting hit. And you also have to do what you have to do to win the fight. Jake, on the other hand, didn't do his job, and that's why this fight was boring. Jake was the aggressive guy. He should have been aggressive, but he wasn't. So you need to remember two things. Every time you have a technical fighter going up against an aggressive fighter, it depends on the aggressive fighter to create those fireworks that everybody wants to see, not the technical guy. And this is what Uncle Dana should be telling his fighters. Like, hey, if you're an aggressive fighter, go out there and make it a dogfight, and don't stand around playing the other guy's game. This is what he should be telling them every single time he's asked about how boring the fight was. Not being a drama queen and cursing up a storm like a little diva. Some of y'all don't understand the beauty in McDonald's performance. I mean, to shut a guy down with just one weapon, and I'm not just talking about any guy out there, I'm talking about Jake Ellenberger, a complete elite level professional fighter. To shut him down completely with one weapon, you know how phenomenal that is? Like, do you guys understand how amazing that was? I was too busy scratching my head trying to figure out how the hell he kept landing that jab to even notice that the fight was boring. Like I said in the previous video, everyone is starting to forget the main purpose of MMA. I'm talking about mixed martial arts. And no, it's not to entertain you, not to make you have fun. It's to showcase the different martial arts to the world, to see who's the best. That's it. To see who's the best, to see what style is the best. That's why the Gracies started this shit in the first place. Okay? It's not all about entertainment. That's not what the most important thing is. Anyways, that's all I gotta say about this. Congratulations to Rory for a brilliant performance, and I hope that Jake has learned a lot from this fight. I'm out.